All right, we are back. We've got more South American Dota coming up. We've cleared our table, so we're ready for a whole fresh new draft here.
I said let's leave them out there. They're going to pick the same heroes, so why not?
Maybe, or maybe they will not give them a run back. That might be pretty smart, right?
Maybe they shouldn't open with Clockwork and Phoenix. Good start.
I would love to see that Lone Druid return, though. I'm in general just a fan of Lone Druid, and I like to see that hero get to show off what I can do.
Why? Why are you a fan of it?
I guess it's because I really like Matumba Man, and he is one of those Lone Druid just...
You know he's not playing in this match, right?
No, but like, you know, you like a player, you start liking their hero pool, and then after a while you like that hero pool even without the
It just sells you because of that? Okay.
If you see some really sick plays coming out, right? If you see one person doing it, you're like, oh, there's the potential of that happening again. So.
As a caster, the hero's not really that fun to watch. I guess Savage Wars can be decent to be entertaining.
For me, it's about the map play, man.
All right, well,
where is this guy?
I like those big abilities to call out. Like a Lich.
The difference between the play-by-play and the analyst here. Like, I'm interested to see how they split off and do, you know, use the map.
This is a bit of a change already, actually.
Party horns.
First off, Sven opening.
Let's get these up here.
Our team's still trying this hero as a support, like.
I've seen it as an off lane very often.
At the China Major, the win percentage was horrible for this hero. And so I'm honestly just shocked teams are still.
You know what I like? I like a Sven and a Grimstroke lane, because that is disgusting.
And they should actually pick the Grimstroke there as well to deny
the Lich.
It as a Lich.
They go for the OD for Lenaro, though.
Okay.
I would have liked to see the Grimstroke personally, but maybe they've got better plans for Theolapor.
EG-esque right here. The second pick OD.
I have the Lich here, which is going to be on the
Sven's on the Radiant.
Dire side, so
that's going to be
a support Sven.
Taking him in for now.
Haro Medusa. I don't remember if Jamery's going to run that.
Is a
look at that respect they had against the Anti-Mage too, because they have the Medusa, and also just, you saw what it did in that last game.
Anti-Mage is really interesting in that Medusa matchup because. On paper, and we saw, I go back to the China Major, of course, we saw plenty of teams pick it up in response to Medusa.
Yeah.
For the obvious reason, you know, big mana void target. But Medusa's Snake is really good against Anti-Mage.
What did it get reduced to now, the Mystic Snake? Because it's not, it's 35%?
They nerfed her level 20 talent. They changed around the mana talent, I know.
Yeah.
As far as the Mystic Snake nerf, I'm not sure exactly what it would have been, but it did get
I know it got nerfed, so it's not quite as ridiculous, because it was ridiculous before. That's how bad.
I think they didn't touch the percentage mana that much, though.
No, I feel like they put it down to 35, though. For some reason, 35 sticking out in my brain.
The talents change was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, the talent
because it's no longer that spike of mana at 20.
Yeah.
The fact is just, if you fight Medusa, you're going to lose, like, half of your mana pool. And that's still not balanced, in my honest opinion over here. And I put her mid against the OD right now just because that lane is actually pretty good for the Dusa if she plays it right. And you'd have to wonder, like, you do want to play the OD into a Dusa, but perhaps not on the laning stage yet. She does decently well in that match.
Yeah, and the laning shape with the snake.
Yep.
Not too bad. But you're right, throughout the game, exactly, skill's pretty good against the Medusa at the other side of it.
And you just hurt her double, right? Because you hit her in the mana pool.
Yeah.
As well as regularly. So let's see.
So they're going to ban Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, it's another good hero against the Dusa.
True.
Yep.
Good defusal target.
Again, is able to kind of deal with a lot of the illusions coming out, but it's just, why let them have it, you know? Why put that on the board?
There's the Grimstroke. I mean...
all right.
This is... And you can have this and put it over...
My honor.
Yes, in your honor.
Grimstroke Lich, this is a pretty iconic combo ever since Grimstroke came into the meta, or Captain's mode in general. Of course, this is one of the first heroes we started seeing him with. It's not as potent as it was before, but it's still, it's not even the Soulbind's energy, honestly. For me, it's the Frost Shield and Inkswell combo together. And you get a hero like, I know Juggernaut's banned, but for example, Phantom Assassin, I keep referring back to her. She's a little more old school now, but...
Get yourself an Oracle, right, to Picole.
A what?
Urge. Get an Oracle.
Oh, Oracle. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Well, I said like an Auracaller. I'm like, Auracaller.
No, but like that purges off like Lich's stuff. It purges off some of Grimstroke's.
I 100% agree. That's
You're still gonna need a Yules to get the Phantom's Embrace off because he's still gonna throw his dead wife at you, and you gotta click that off.
That's a thing?
That's his wife.
I did not even know that.
That's his dead wife.
It's his wife.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Also, he's
what a dark game.
Yep.
Really? Grimstroke killed his wife and he just chucks her dead body at you? That's what we're at now?
More like her dead spirit, I guess, is, cheerful.
I don't know if I can play this game anymore. It's
Uplifting.
dark.
Yeah, that's definitely when these games
It is
happen.
Kotal.
Coddle.
I
like the Oracle. You were really onto something there, but they're going to go Coddle for now. They still could go, like a Sven off lane is definitely a potential still. Why do they like the Coddle so much, though?
Because it draws them all into to look at the pretty blinking lights, the Ignis Fadas.
The Zapper.
I think I'm gonna put him
Bug
over here
zapper.
for now.
The Bug Zapper, yeah. And it also has recall, and that's really important, right? The mobility.
No. No, that's
No, he doesn't.
Chen now.
have
Does
the
Chen,
recall
that's
anymore.
right,
It's
okay.
Chen.
That's
Yeah.
that's old
No,
school
sorry,
Coddle right
sorry.
there.
Nope.
I would
Not
like
doing
to
that
see Chen
anymore.
personally. Chen got even some crazy changes last patch though too with the
Yeah.
Divine Favor. They buffed that up quite a bit. I know it hurt. His heal finally got buffed after forever, it feels like. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Maybe-
still bad now, but
Maybe now he's better than, Lycanhal.
yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, Chen's ultimate has always been so underwhelming. But
Beastmaster. Oh man.
Sword
I love
Beastmaster is legit,
this is like post 7.20 right
Yeah,
off
right?
the patch
right?
lineup here. So it's still
Or
very good.
change it when
All
you
of these
want.
heroes have gotten nerfed since then, so that's, I think, worth to bring up here. But I go back to 7.21, wasn't really like a big nerf patch. It toned down some heroes, but it didn't like overdo it necessarily. So I still think this is a very good lineup.
And this is like the fact that it's swapped.
Yeah, I know it is swapped.
drives
So
me
the this
crazy
side, our
still.
side. So it's going to be off lane Beastmaster with the Grim, probably.
Yeah, I mean that's a super strong lane, right?
Yeah.
There is going to be so much just shove coming out of this lane. Like,
The
I'm not
slow,
sure.
the Boar slow coupled with the Stroke of Fate is nasty.
They already have Coddle though for counter push, and that so he's a decent answer to Beastmaster already.
Yeah, I'm just saying during the laning phase, like having a
Oh,
Grim
it's the laning
Smith
phase, sure.
Beastmaster is gross, dude.
Yeah, like normally I would imagine that you put a Terrorblade or something here just because you're not going to be able to hold this lane. You're not.
That is a
you
hero
just give
that
him
we
level
haven't
4.
seen a bit.
Terrorblade, yeah, for Raido Picole.
Well, even like for there it is. Yep.
All right.
For reason Kips.
But where's our catch here? Like we got Stormhammer and we've got Astral, and that's kind of it, other than the big old Coddle ulti. But if you see, that's my problem with the Ignis Fadas. It's just what is the actual Will-O-Wisp? Is that what it's called?
I call it Disco Ball.
Disco Ball. All right.
It's not the actual. It's Ignis Will-O-Wisp. Yeah,
Will-O-Wisp, yeah.
Yes.
Name on
I've
paper.
seen it, like, it's so good if you could be offensive, but if you have to go defensive with it, it becomes a
Yeah.
problem. So so what do we have? We've got, I don't know who the offlane is actually yet for Hiko, because it's either the Sven's gonna be run as a position 4, or they're going to put him as the offlane.
I'd vote here for an offlane Sven actually, because with 2 of these cores that are pretty passive, pretty farm oriented, better defensively, you really want an active offlaner. So my
What
vote is really
about-
for get someone with the Sven.
What about a Tusk?
Tusk, yeah, Tusk
The
Sven
dodge,
really good.
the
Tiny is out.
Tiny's out. Tiny was
Tusk
out.
is probably their best remaining option over here.
Wait, who are we talking about for
For
Picole?
Raido
For
Picole.
Picole, yes.
So you don't think it's going to be a Sven support?
No.
I think it's gonna be offlane Sven. I've seen more offlane Sven than position 4 Sven lately.
I suppose it just comes down to if they banned Tide on her, so they think it's going to possibly be an off. But if there's an offlane open that they really like still, then maybe. But
I like the Tusk. I think Tusk you can dodge. You can dodge if you're fast enough, right? Just throw everybody in the snowball. And I know that Theolacor plays Tusk. Not as
Okay.
good as Hiko is at that hero, but that was like his signature hero for like a year.
yeah,
And what do we want for Playmakers? Because Sword's gonna be on Beastmaster.
they banned Pugna and they picked
Okay,
Timber,
all right, so it is gonna be all right.
Okay.
All right, breaky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all part of the plan.
Totally, this is what I expected. Timbersaw is decent against like Beastmaster too. Again, for a little more clear to work with. So
Where's
like for
their
that
catch?
reason.
Like both of these teams have like abysmal
I'll be
lockdown.
moving over to
Yeah,
the
the
other
catch is
side
okay.
again.
Get an earlier blink on Sven ideally, and you could do some work.
Yeah.
OD obviously
Is
with
this
the prison
a-
setup, but it's not the greatest. You're right.
I got a feeling actually that they might be moving that Timbersaw to mid and the OD to side lane again.
That's possible.
Just because of the lane matchup with the Dusa. Like I think the Timbersaw is just he's gonna stand in that wave and he's gonna hit it. I don't think he cares too much about the snake.
Playmakers needs a hero that can get in there, man. You have Grimstork and Lich. You need to take advantage of that. Also, this hero to get in front of the Medusa can then sit back.
What about a PA?
Oh yeah, I always bring up her, but again, she's died off of a little bit. So, but This game, PA into Terrorblade is also a little funky. That was
Yeah.
considered the counter early on when we were seeing her post 7.20.
I like it for the jump. They could also do something way different.
Chaos
like
Knight.
Yeah, CK.
Blinding Light's
sounds
annoying
pretty-
for that.
Actually, CK Lich as well. They could consider something like a lifestealer.
Lifesteal is same page. Same. They're going to pick Lifestealer here, 100%. No, is Lifestealer really that good, actually?
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Not
Lifestealer
sure, like
doesn't
not
feel
against
that
a
good.
TB.
Like
usually.
laning, maybe for a little bit, but
You may now select
Yep.
all right, Monkey King. That's
Yeah, and Monkey King has a
better than Lifestealer.
great lane against the Timbersaw usually as well. So that
Where's
makes
Mr.
a lot more sense.
Bottom row.
It's much better to see from over there. Bottom Assassin has a bit of a...
Yeah, I like it for the synergy with the Grimstroke and the Lich, especially. Heavy physical, so against Terrorblade. Maybe not the biggest threat, but I suppose also a potential Silver Edge carry if they want to go that route to help deal with the Timbersaw if he gets out of hand.
They have to. They have to do something to do with Timbersaw because he's going to be too much of a beast otherwise.
Yeah, right now Timbersaw does have a pretty good feeling game on paper, so.
All right, so predictions. What do we like here, Kips? What are we thinking?
Ooh. Hey, in my mind, I'm already watching the musical chairs go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you got 5 seconds here. 5, 4.
Give me the Terrorblade Coddle, I suppose.
Terribly Coddle. We're going with Ready to Picole.
I guess so, yes.
All right, what about you, Mr. Breaky?
I think we're going game 3. I like Playmakers. I like the Lich Grimstroke. It's been nerfed patch after patch, but I still think it's a great combo. I got Medusa. Let's go game 3, Playmakers.
I'm going to go Ready to Picole. I like that Terrorblade. I've seen Terrorblade in so many games that if you just if you get the early advantage, you're great. If you go late, you're super great. So I'm going to have to, anytime I see a T-Blade right now, until he gets nerfed into the ground, it's going to have to be Terrorblade. So
All right.
here we go. Let's see. You know, I'm ahead on points here. I don't want to lose my my spot.
I can't
as
believe I
Queen of
went
SA.
against Beastmaster just now. It's like... I normally preach the gospel of Beastmaster.
Reflection is also pretty good
Now you're
against
going to be
Beastmaster
preaching
too,
the
by the way.
popsicle.
What?
Popsicle.
Preaching the popsicles now. You're going against Beastmaster in favor of
Yeah.
Ready to Picole.
Getting the aura though with Beastmaster is going to be nice when he pops Reflection.
Sure.
Yeah, that's going to
He's
be...
nearby, so just kind of a nice,
extremely nice.
nifty, positive buff there to take advantage of.
All right, sneaky,
Against
sneaky over
a
here.
Grimstroke Lich and a Beastmaster. What am I doing? They're going to have a double roar. What am I doing? Yeah, just erase my point. I get minus points for this. They're actually going to run into each other smoked here.
That is a dead Lichy boy.
Medusa can help.
She can help, but I don't think she's going to be able to help enough.
can
And
sit there and
Frost Shield is
attack
really good, but nope, that's a great start here for Linaro.
Has that ability not been nerfed yet, by the way? I feel like Frost
Frost
Shield's
Shield,
been
it was
It has been hit,
slightly
yes.
nerfed, but not enough, I don't think.
Yeah. That's the
Not
one to
enough for what
me
it
that
is.
I think it still does the same damage. Yeah, so what it is, slow reduced. So it doesn't slow as powerful in the early levels.
Like,
Yeah.
nobody gives two hoots about
Exactly.
that. It's like the damage reduction is still percentage, which is
Yeah.
nonsense. And then, of course, there's also the damage, which is like,
Like,
how can it both be defensive and offensive at the same time? How is that allowed?
Yeah, Lich, the changes to Lich was insane. And I like off the bat, a lot of people were, the concerning thing with the changes was he's so mana intensive now, and that might have been an issue, but it's not. It really doesn't feel like it. You just get those mangoes early on. You can manage just fine.
I think the Core was looking for a courier snipe, but they have nothing to tie him down anyways. He can just TP out if he wants. We'll be able to make sure that the courier doesn't get taken out, though.
And they're
What you
picking
doing
out-
there?
Look where they're bunched up.
They just dancing.
Where are we laning, guys? It's 20 seconds in the laning phase, and no one bought him still.
That Timbersaw really does not want to be up against Monkey King, but I think he is...
Yep.
Hiko?
Yes.
Sir?
Mind
Hello?
games. Hello.
Just Monkey King just like,
Alright.
well, what's going on?
It's going to be the Monkey King versus Timbersaw running around the jungle
There's
strat.
yeah, this is the new lane, guys. This
Cue
is,
the Benny Hill music.
And
Let's
in
go.
comes Constabile, so, you know.
Yeah, they're just walking, and that does mean that the Monkey King does not get much of an advantage out of... Normally, he would have been in the lane for a while already.
Is he really going to chase all the way to the top lane?
Yes, he is. Otherwise, he gets behind, and he is slightly faster than most heroes on this
With the courier, right?
career.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, this feels like to me, this comes to a point. If I'm the Dire team, it's like, we need our Monkey King to at least get far compared to this Timbersaw, right? Like Timbersaw, okay, you just give him some levels, he'll be fine. They're not really relying on Timbersaw to take off here, where it's, I think the opposite's kind of for Playmakers. They need Monkey King to have a decent time here early on. Now, this feels like it's just too much moving around. But maybe we finally have settled.
It's a very hard decision, because if you don't walk, you're going to get the other people will just TP out.
That mischief still, it wasn't fast enough, right? He still got hit with the eliminate.
I noticed.
It's like such a small window, like it's hard sometimes to, especially too with level 1 eliminate.
Yeah.
You can't tell 100% unless you're really, really closely looking.
And you don't get to really do it often enough anyway. As you can see, the Colo could just hit him twice.
Some of the teams, who is it? I want to say some of the NA teams actually were running like a lot of Monkey King for a while. I forget which player is like super good
Complexity and Moo plays it for a lot.
No, it was one of like the qualifier teams though, like one of the like tier 2 teams. I think, I'm not sure if it was
So
ads
Complexity.
Oh,
that is a lot of damage.
Man, I remember when Breaky was like the #1 supporter
I'm
of
bitter,
Complexity.
okay?
No, it was like,
Did you guys watch
I
that?
am
No,
watching.
I'm talking about Complexity kids.
I'm literally watching this right now.
They just walked up to the Terrorblade and walked him down, but then forgot that they also had the courier coming in, so it just sort of like died.
Yeah, that was a Dire Courier, right? Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, it looks like Sword is like,
There's a Sage Mask on it, I believe, so that Ring of
something
Basilius is now going to be delayed on Beastmaster towards the eventual Vlads.
This Terrorblade is like so with the Warcry too. Like it's pretty ridiculous. He's gonna have a great lane.
Incredibly pressured though.
Well, that was the meta. Yeah, now that the meta's on cooldown, I think it's gonna change a little bit, of course. But yeah, Terrorblade's only 6-1 also, so he's not necessarily doing that great. But I would expect Beastmaster Grimstroke to definitely be able to start putting some pressure on the tower.
Yes. It's like in general, you don't really expect to win this lane. It's more just give Terrorblade those levels before he goes into the jungle anyway. But with this Fen here, that's going to be hard. I don't think they should be going on the offensive here at all.
This is why. They're going to turn. The Warcry is up. Pops Reflection, and they'll be fine. But yeah, it's
I think you saved that as a save.
The Reflection?
No. I'm sorry. The Stormhammer.
Oh.
There's no reason to get aggressive right now.
Yeah.
You don't have enough damage when he doesn't have meta up anyway. So
And the level in the Reflection is actually also a problem, because once you're in the jungle, you're not going to use that.
True.
So that's just a point in illusion that you don't have right now. It's investing into a lane that you know you're not going to win. Like, unless they know something that I don't, in which case I'll take it all back.
Well, no,
happily.
I think what we saw right there in the way they just played it, they want to be somewhat aggressive. But going back to your point, it seems like an odd choice, because it doesn't seem like a lane that you're going to be able to get a kill in. That's the only explanation I can have for the early Reflection at this point. Because you're right, that not having the levels in Conjure Image now as you go to the jungle level 4 or 5, no doubt will hurt.
This is Hiko making space as a Timbersaw, just doing timber things. Although it looks like maybe Theolacor probably shouldn't have been there. We'll go ahead, he'll pop that stick. They've got Jingu up though. This is not looking good. They'll lose the Coddle, and now Hiko just gonna be a, not a bullet sponge, but damage sponge.
Monkey King up there with the best of the range heroes in the game.
Meta's up and running now. This is what we were talking about, right?
Use this offensively again.
Yeah. That was a little funky there, because with the meta up, yeah, it seemed like maybe they could have put pressure, but you see how low life he is. He wants to play safe, pop his salve. But that meta, that's ticking seconds, man. Not getting much out of it.
Yeah, every second you've got meta up that you're walking backwards is just such
Oh, Monkey King? Hiko, careful. Oh, we lose Lenaro, though.
1 for 1.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Raffle.
Lich is toast, though. Or rather, he's a melted popsicle.
Busy watching the top lane, of course. Some good action up here, but yeah,
look at this yo-yo of death, like
he is
back
still
and
going
forth.
in.
It does need to be careful, though, now.
Yeah,
Monkey is just a little bit too...
Too far away.
Close.
Yeah, something funny must happen middle lane. It's probably some sort of dive that took place.
Have you been seeing how aggressive Lenaro's been playing this lane, though? Like, he dove behind the tier 1 at one point, like, letting his creeps tank some of the damage just to mess with J-Marie in his last hit. So I would not be surprised if that was a bit of a dive. Uh-oh.
Bottom. Warcry's fine.
He's so fast, that Inkswell, too. Oof.
Yep. Beastmaster, though, he is farming very well. 21-7. He's up there with the Monkey King teammate. Again, you compare the Terrorblade, 17-5. So Terrorblade's still not too far behind, but he still doesn't have that point in Conjure Image. He gets a second point in meta, of course, but I assume at 4 he'll get it. But obviously, it's going to be a little weaker.
And this top lane is really starting to suffer now as well.
Does Monkey King prioritize? Well, I guess he'll let that.
I don't know about this, Hiko. Oh, too greedy, too greedy.
That range of that auto attack, man. Does Monkey King prioritize a Shadow Blade into even a Silver Edge here? This doesn't feel like they're going to be that concerned about the Timber Saws. Bottom lane, Image comes out, Coddle, ports in, Illuminate goes through, it's Schofield. Perhaps regretting this decision now. Stormhammer, it's going to be coming up shortly, gets the mana from his Keeper of the Light, but too far away. And, well, he still goes for it. Actually,
he's got the ink swell up. I think he's okay. He's too fast.
He has to stun him. Yeah, he's fine. Is he really going to chase us still?
Bardo just has his eyes on the prize, I guess.
Force a Shrine. I guess that's worth it.
Yeah, I'd take that trade, I guess. And they put the Coddle down here now as well. So, are they turning it into a Trilon, or are they going to shift the Sven towards top? No, Sven's still here. So yeah, they are like defending their Terrorblade more now.
Let's try versus try now.
Yep.
Frost Shield's up, slowing down, so that nerf coming into play a little bit. In that case there, and turns around with the Stormhammer, no meta though. So what are you really going to do with that? Gaze brings him back in and went too far for this. Warcry in defense, both sides just kind of sitting on the extreme limits there as far as truly going in, but now they're going back in. Meta is popped this time around, but oh god, that attack damage is ridiculous. Level 3 meta now. Unable to get the kill, but they might get one on Beastmaster. This Stormhammer connects. The Stroke of Fate ain't enough. Sword goes down on the Beastmaster, so finally the aggressiveness comes out here at the bottom lane. They're going to make use of this Metamorphosis.
Yeah, so I guess that's the way to do it then. If you don't want to go into the jungle, just bring your Coddle down there and start killing them.
I feel like Terrorblade just wants to hit creeps, though. I don't think he wants to be doing the slugfest.
Ideally not, but
it is his best option now, though.
So Kips, going back to earlier, the Monkey King build. Again, is Silver Edge a high priority this game, or you think it's going to be more like an Echo Saber, you know, whatever else?
I'm guessing that he'll still mostly follow the standard build. Like, he's going to have a lot of space in general. He's not very pressured, especially because his Timber Saw is behind, but he should be going into it eventually. Not too sure. Oh,
bought him. Gaze pull in. Does he have Sunder? He doesn't level up Sunder actually, so no. Oh, he does actually, but he cannot get it off. Tried to cast at the last second, unable to do so. And now Sven, he's just going to be walked after. That boar slow, it's impressive. I believe it's a level 4. Oh, no, level 3 boar. But the Illuminate kills Lich in the back lines, and they are going to be able to save Sven as well. So that Coddle, he's doing work. That's a level 3 Illuminate.
I forgot how good that actually is against Lich's Frost Armor, right? Because you feel invincible when you've got Frost Armor on you, but it doesn't protect you from the magic.
Yeah.
So you just zap. Well, you're not a problem.
I think the biggest underestimation that they made here is just the damage of that Illuminate. Because if this Coddle would have been a tri-lane Coddle right from the start, oh wow. Like,
that dive though. What are you doing?
That's an interesting place to die.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Timber Saw things.
No, I think he was actually cutting the wave.
Okay.
Because he can't really stand in the lane anymore without his support's protection. So, yeah, he is definitely underleveled by now, and he was just trying to get experience anywhere he could. Then the Grimstroke just TPs on him with the Inkswell, and you're done.
Gonna see the Diffusal route from Monkey King, that is. And you mentioned this earlier as, middle lane, Lich goes down. Sven OD combo. But yeah, going Diffusal, it's becoming more and more of a popular build perhaps as of latest patch, and just a nice damage and Wukong's command, nice synergy there as the top lane Timber Saw, they're diving. Inkswell connects, Boundless Strike comes out. There's a TP coming up. Will-O-Wisp with the save. Kano once again here to save the day. OD also in the area. He doesn't have anything to Eclipse, but the Will-O-Wisp is doing so much work. They try to kill it off in time. They cannot. They lose 1 in Grimstart. They're going to lose 2 in Monkey King. It took 4 heroes rotating, or 3 to help this Timber Saw, but they keep him alive. They get 2. This is a great response from...
That was an awesome Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
Up the Olakor.
That was very worthwhile.
Especially against Monkey King. I didn't even think about that, destroying all the trees.
Mm-hmm. That was well played. And that's, again, it was a bit defensive coming out with the Will-O-Wisp, but in this case, like, it paid off in spades, so I think it's okay. As long as you can, you know, kind of reset afterwards and maybe get an objective, but it's still fairly early too. We're only at like 11 minutes or so.
I think the Picole is now going to try and keep them off the bot tower, but he's too late, really. That's a catapult and a boar hitting the tower.
There's too many heroes down here too.
I imagine, though, that the bot tower is going to be his concern for a little while.
Schofield. Looks like he wants to go in on that, but there is this fence standing nearby.
Cuddle's too fast, man.
He's on a horse.
Yeah.
Is he on a Pegasus?
Flying around. Didn't Cuddle's move speed get nerfed this last match?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Still freaking fast.
And he got only 5 off, I believe, just like the Pugna. Minor nerfs.
Oh.
Hiko, he's in. He's in it.
Yeah, I mean, he has to in order to make space for the other stuff up the ramp.
Wukong's coming out.
They gotta move out of there. Look at this chain frost coming through, though. Oof, that is the golden combo right there.
Yep.
Lenaro now in for a lot of trouble. He's in his own woods. He's got to take off that Phantom here. He's gonna get slowed down by the stroke of fate. Drops the hammer.
Let's try to intimidate right there, but it's not nearly enough damage.
No.
They're going to chase, and with Beastmaster cutting him off, I don't think he's getting out of this one. OD's going to die as well, and fantastic fight for Playmakers. Yeah, it starts off with exactly the Soulbind into the double chain frost. Well, what do you do against that? This is why this combo is so potent, and we've seen so many times.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't have taken the Grimstroke for yourself.
Yeah.
Sven Grimstroke is so dirty. It is a nasty combination because he throws out the Stormhammer, you time it with the Inkswell pops like just a little bit after, and you just dominate a lane. I know that Lenaro's really good with the OD, but I just, baffling.
Kotal Terrorblade does get you a very nice cooldown reduction on the Metamorphosis, though.
That's true.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
That is one of the reasons why. That together with, you know, hold one lane while the Terrorblade moves into the jungle kind of thing. But they didn't really seem to want to do it that way. Oh man, this poor keeper.
I don't like the Olacorn heroes like this, honestly. I prefer to see him on stuff that's a little bit more active.
Playmakers, Earth Spirit Tusk, things like that, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he's a great Elder Titan sort of thing. It's very similar, though, with Schofield, too. Schofield plays those kind of heroes like the Clockwork and whatnot here.
That's one Prisman on himself. They're diving him at the tower, really in the trees, and
whoa, not a
better way to respond other than pause and talk about what you want to do here. No.
Puppy paws.
Obviously, lag spike there of sorts, but let's break this down. How is this going to look? I mean, Promaror is ready.
Got that blink up.
Yeah, he has blink, by the way. Wow, early blink. I guess he follows it up with the Vlads on that Beastmaster, but strong initiation to go with your Grimstroke already as well. Throwing up that Inkswell.
I love this tooltip. Always be polite, especially to your teammates. People are less likely to listen to those who are rude.
Something to be said for the internet in general. OD, he's dead. Terrorblade also dead. So it works out beautifully for Playmakers. Will-O-Wisp from Connell, nowhere nearby. He was busy. Looks like he's at base, and a couple of the others are roaming in the dire jungle even. So both cores get caught in the middle lane by themselves.
There's a whole lot of murder.
Transition to the mid tower as well.
Very weird way for both of them to die. And they knew the Kotal couldn't do anything because he just died on bot lane. It's a very regular rotation for, you know, a Dire team to take both towers bot, then rotate into the mid tier 2.
I feel like this Timbersaw has just not been as effective just because they did get that Monkey King this time around, and it's a very good solution to, you know, having him. Oh boy, Bardo, my friend, you are very dead.
Yeah, we're seeing the Playmakers. They're getting that. I use this term quite often, but that death ball idea where they're just grouping up and running at you as for the pain train, however you want to describe it. Ultimately creating space too for the Medusa. It's that 4-1 strategy. And yeah, you see her just farming away. She's the triple Wraith Band into a Yasha. You're going to go full Manta first, so she's now top in net worth. This is going to be a tough train to stop right now if you're the Radiant, because you have two greedier cores, obviously Terrorblade and even OD in a game like this.
This is why I really didn't want to see a Timbersaw off lane there at all, like Sven has said, because you need someone to create the space, and there's just nobody to do that right now. This Timbersaw is not creating anything. He's just sitting in the woods. If a Timbersaw sits in the woods, does anyone hear him?
Does anyone care if he's just sitting in the woods by himself?
Is he even in the game?
Yeah.
I mean, like we said, you know, the Monkey King pickup effectively neutered him here. He can't do what a Timbersaw wants to do because he's just too afraid to get those stacks of Jingu up. It's a problem.
And talking about greed, as he was pointing out there, the Midas picked up by OD, so even more of that.
Again, it comes down to this idea of, like, you know, how many times have we seen a Timbersaw kind of, or not Timber, a Terrorblade that's kind of, you know, struggling a little bit, and then he just comes back.
Oh,
He's just obnoxious.
If they can get through this early onslaught, you know, if they can survive to about the 30-minute mark, I would say, without any of their base dying, I would feel like Popsicles could start coming back, absolutely, but that's a lot easier said than done. You're doing with this, again, they heavy group up. They have the Inner Beast maxed out by now, I'm sure, on Beastmaster. So all that attack speed kicking in. They have the team fight threat for sure.
Yeah, they want to get in there. They're looking for it. In fact, Bardo is very front and center. There's going to be the Grimstroke ult in there. So jump forward, with the Chain Frost. We've talked about this. Willow was, oh man. Monkey King ulti getting dropped on top of everything else here. And somehow no one has died just yet, although we do finally lose Bardo. We'll also lose Lenaro. It looks like Lich trying to run himself away. They'll find the kill. There's going to be the buyback, though, coming out from the OD. They want to protect the Stabula here. He's going to go. He's going to try to drop that hammer. They're going to be able to take down the Lich. Again, it is a support, though, and he's already used the Chain Frost, so it doesn't really matter quite as much. Oh, and that's going to be a dieback on Lenaro.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, Stabula is in for a lot of trouble, too. He's just going to get run down. Hika coming through, though, does have that talker. I'm going to try to slow him down just a little bit, but they take down the Terrorblade.
And he's alone now.
And this is not looking good for Timbersaw.
Chase me, please. Yeah, he's going to just run up here and maybe TP. Oh, he doesn't have a TP. He's going to buy one and maybe use it. But, you know, Moxie, you made a comment earlier in the fight that no one's dying. Well, a lot of that was the Radiant was just playing so defensive. They were just trying to run that whole time. The great Soulbind opening caught, I believe, OD and Sven. And they got silenced up, both of them. So they were completely out of the fight, playing so defensive. And it ended up being a, you know, running them over. And now they're transitioning to Roshan for free. Whew,
that's
still
a big old stack.
Yikes, against a Medusa as well. Thank you very much.
Oh, she just loves that. And I was saying at the start, I bet against the Grimstroke Lich. What am I doing here? Because let's face it, like the last game,
didn't want to say anything, kids,
we started getting this really big power spike when the items were up that combined with the Grimstroke so well. Suddenly there were double hexes, double abyssal blades, that sort of thing. And now we don't have to wait until 35 minutes because there is a Lich here and there's going to be a double Lich ult bouncing around every single time and there's nothing you can do against that.
It's always been on point too. Like hats off to these guys.
Yeah, Skriffle's even pointing out Mystic Snake. I mean, double Mystic Snake is something else. It's
ouch.
Yeah, these
you're going to be close to each other no matter what because you're soulbound.
Yeah, it's a tough road ahead for.
They do have pretty good high ground defense, though.
True.
Yeah.
They can stall this.
They can stall. That's what they need, because they do have the Terrorblade.
Terrorblade.
Bardo.
Use your force staff.
Save your ODO. No, the bedroom eye's coming out from the Lich, gonna hold him in place.
The bedroom eyes? That's... What?
It's Sinister Gaze.
Explain that to me, please,
That's the come hither look.
That's not supposed to be sinister, though. Like,
what is it supposed to be, Kips? Please.
Oh no, this is not looking good now for it.
Someone's making sinister eyes at me. I am not going into their bedroom.
Fair enough.
Oh, they cut down the juice. Trying to find the Monkey King. They're going to stun him up here, and it looks like he might have overextended just a little bit. They follow up. Very nice Stormhammer. A little bit more damage is needed, though, and he's going to be able to make it out there. It's going to be the Ignis, though, dragging two of these heroes back. Going to be able to walk away, though. They need maybe a little bit more of a follow-up.
And he dodged.
The Illuminate there, yeah. They didn't even want to commit, because, again, he still had the Aegis, so they were they were like, please die, but we don't want to go all in. He didn't end up dying, so... pretty much the worst case scenario there for the Radiant squad. Again, they kind of hold. It was a bit of a dive from Playmakers. Obviously, Monkey King was pretty deep there. So they did they lose a tower, I believe? Or did they lose? Yeah, they lost a tower. So no racks, though. Those are still up at least.
When the Grimstroke has caught up to one of your cores and both of your other cores are at the risk of
Oh boy, big fight coming out here. Looks like Sword almost losing his life. They're gonna have to go use the Astrolith. Back around Schofield, he's looking for this opening, and they've got that OD. Lenaro is out of here. They'll follow up with the Monkey King ulti, and they're just gonna slice through Sword though over here on the back end. Now there's gonna be the bounces. That's gonna be another kill coming out. It's gonna be the Terrorblade taken down. And they're slowly chasing after Bardo. Bardo is gonna be able to get force staffed up. The Monkey though, he doesn't want to give up. He's gonna get stuck. He's gonna go down. Follow up with some laser beams. They still are gonna be able to take down the Coddle. Aegis will pop, and he doesn't seem too worried about that. This courier got a scooty booty his way out. Silence is going to get thrown out over here onto Hiko. He's having a bit of trouble. There's going to be the glare coming right back in again, followed with the ink swell. They're going to try to just nuke him down, and they'll find the kill over on that Timber Saw.
I think this is where you call it, honestly. I don't see any way to get back into this game.
Yeah, this was a bit of an outdraft. Again, the early game was just there for Playmakers. The last fight, Timbersaw, he got caught chasing the Beastmaster. Beastmaster got a fantastic blink off with like 5% life, and that forced Timbersaw to run him down and eventually killed him, but his whole team was dying, unfortunately, on the other side of it. So just one misstep of several. And I keep looking back at this OD, man. He's been sitting on the same items, which has included a Midas, for a good 10 minutes, it feels like. And that's, you just can't have that, especially when you go an item like a Midas this early on in the game. So,
do you think he should have opted not to get the Midas?
I think Forest Staff is really good this game, so I think he should have possibly gone for that first.
Okay.
I mean, maybe he went to Midas because he knew he wasn't going to get any more farm after like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I gotta have something.
They might have found themselves a monkey, though. Mischief, round the Boundless, follow up with the Storm Hammer. So, nice chunk of change going over to the side of Bardo.
Keeping hope alive.
All right, Eel's going to get used over here. Lich is going to try to save him a little bit. The Inkswell's going to come out. They're going to just flee, I think. And they're going to pursue.
Primal Roar is ready.
Yeah, look at Sword. Look at the way he's playing. Just Soulbind comes out.
Double Roar could be. No.
All right, that's pretty good, though. Soulbind is down, and that's been a huge problem, right? Is that every time they get the Soulbind off, they follow up with, you know, either the Roar or the Lich ulti. Now they can at least Delta split a little bit.
Not the longest cooldown. I think it's like a 70 seconds right now, so it'll be up shortly. Yeah, 75 seconds.
Dusa has Scotty.
Good luck, guys. Yeah,
I thought for a second there that you were just taking off your headset and walking away.
Yes, I know, I'm just done.
I remember a Reiki that used to be so positive, and now it's all just like, GG, we lost. Like, we're gonna play pubs later. I'm gonna watch Reiki just walk down mid and drop all of his
complexity.
Oh man, Coddle.
It's got him.
He can't be alone. He cannot be alone with a monkey on the map like this.
I mean, he has to. So you need someone to push out the dangerous wave, and like he got it out pretty far. So you can't argue that it was worth it. And then here, more risks. You saw the Beastmaster going.
Yeah. That deep inhale.
Is that what it actually is? He actually like exhales and that's the roar? Like, I guess that makes sense, right? Just
that's literally what a roar would be.
You know, okay, Moxie. I worked it out myself, okay? You know, I added it up. There you go. Perfect example.
Yep.
The exhale.
Oh, but that was a good save coming out from Lenaro. Buys him a little bit more time. Gonna go right back in there.
Happening?
You know, I don't know. Monkey King ulti coming out. They'll follow up. They've got their eyes on Lenaro. Lenaro does not look like he's long for this world. He's actually going to take it down. This could be the chase coming out from Jamer. He actually goes and uses that Stone Gaze, but they'll turn their attention over here to the Terrorblade. He's in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get slowed down by the Scotty. They'll throw out the Soulbind. No one's actually close enough to him, but they will have to take off that Phantom that's giving him the hugs.
They're delaying pretty well, honestly. This is probably the best case scenario for Popsicles right now.
I mean, they've got a Coddle and they've got a Timber. They should be able to kind of protect this high ground a little bit. Okay, they managed to grab the Grimstroke. Oh, but the Boundless comes through and lives on three of them. A little conga line over there. That's not so great if you're the side of Picole.
And Medusa's killing the melee Rex.
Yeah, objective-based gaming.
Ooh, nice fort. Gonna have creeps? Yeah, they have creeps in.
Sven says goodbye to his mana.
So again, they can hold. They got the chance for that, but even with all of that holding there, they still lose the rack. So
the gold swing's pretty steep too. It's like a 17. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's not impossible, but it's gonna be real rough.
Solar Crest on Beastmaster. That's a great item on him, especially for a hero that could just like jump in by himself and even go for a solo kill.
I love this part.
getting an upgraded medallion into that solar crest. Is that, whoa. Why are we still playing? I mean, the game's over, according to Dota. I've never seen that, actually. It literally says 100%.
99%.
Yeah, I've never seen it 100%. That is just, that's
this is big.
Man.
This is big. If they can somehow Picole prove Dota Plus
PlayMakers needs to throw right now to break Dota Plus.
Right? God,
that's a scythe on Grimstroke,
oh
yeah.
My God.
Like he's got
Double
his own follow-up.
If they can get a pick off, maybe. But there's just, they're so strong right now. Like, PlayMakers, they've done everything right this game.
And they're actually moving behind this Radiant side right now. It's getting Knight too. Oh no, they're gonna get picked off when they walk up this hill here. Please don't.
It's just Bardo.
He's doing it.
They don't even care. They're like, all right.
Well, it's just a support Sven. They're like, we want more.
Yeah, maybe hoping that more people would show up. But now they know where everyone is, so yeah, we see the teeps come out.
You know, if you don't kill that guy fast, the rest is gonna get out. Like,
right.
Why were they waiting? Just sheer disappointment.
I really think they were hoping like somebody showed up right behind him a couple seconds later, but yeah, not the case.
Maybe break a smoke as well.
Yeah, true. Either way, gets them the old TP back. Butterfly's almost finished now on Medusa. So she's going to have those trio of items. Yeah, level 20 is coming up, so there's that new level 20. Either the Mystic Snake cooldown or the Stone Gaze duration. You know, either one, whatever here. It's at, I think level 25 is 1,000 mana now, so instead of the 700, but you have to wait 5 more levels. But that's also, because now you also have to choose between that and the split shot modifier.
Yeah.
And you do have an Iascati. So
Yeah,
I'm actually curious what she goes for.
Okay, that's a pretty good Will-O-Wisp there in the middle of everything. They get the Soul Bite off. Again, they get the double sheep. They're going to have to turn back around. Medusa still just trying to throw out as much damage. It's going to get held up, though. Chain Frost coming out. Does create a couple bounces, but not quite as effective as they'd like to be. Hiko is like in the deep end of this here, trying to chase after this Dusa, doing as much damage as possible. They just need to catch, though, and they don't have it just yet. They dropped the hammer. They found Jamery. This should be a kill. Can they find it? They're going to go around. They find the kill, and now the Monkey King ulti is going to be coming out. There's going to be the pull-in over here onto the Terrorblade. Terrorblade's in so much trouble. He's going to get taken down. Does have the buyback, though. BKB getting popped over on that Monkey King. And they just find out that Theocor's over there in the trees. Bardo trying to get himself out. He can't do it fast enough. He does not have the buyback. Inkswell will pop. They'll find Theolicor over in the trees. And all that's left now is Lenaro and that Timber Saw. But they're going to buy back over on Theolicor, hopefully trying to push out a little bit more.
This Diffusal's doing work, by the way. Terrorblade had no mana for Sunder.
But where was that monkey during all the time that the Dusa was getting chased out? I have no idea.
Oh, this is a dead OD if he's not careful. He's got to run.
Oh, jeez. He's fine. He's fine.
Yep. All right, Hiko flexing those muscles a little bit, chasing after the Monkey King. Knows that could possibly be able to take us off. There's going to be the Phantom's Embrace coming through. He's got a lot of stacks. This is not the person that he wants to jump on. Oh, the Hex coming out. Hiko actually going to be able to walk away from this. That is very, very surprising to me right now. There's Bardo. He pops the God Strength. He's going to go forward again. Hiko is looking for this opening. Going to go use the Yules, dodge that Inkswell. Still doesn't have much mana, though, over here. He needs a little bit more. There's going to be Lenaro. There's the rest of the team. They'll finally find themselves a Grimstroke.
And the Dusa is like farming the jungle by now because her team was still fighting. That's a lot of gold towards the Radiant. And they're really not supposed to be able to hold right there.
Yeah. Again, it's PlayMakers, they're overstepping. They're doing a little bit too much than they need to be. They still have a very cozy lead, but as I mentioned earlier, that 30-minute mark, you know, depending on their base looks. And right now they're down one set of racks. I don't know. Kind of looking at it now, the net worth is still very behind for both Terrorblade and even the OD. But OD with the Midas, the idea that he'll be able to start, you know, accelerating in the farm and get a little bit better as the game picks up. But Timber Saw is going to have to throw out the Yields. He'll still be spotted. From Aurora is going to be used. Will-O-Wisp helping, but the Boundless Strike and the auto attack gets the kill nonetheless.
Evade.
Kill it. Kill it. Got it.
Blinding light.
If it was just over a little bit more, if that Will-O-Wisp was a little bit more to the right, I think he might have had a chance to make it through.
Yeah.
But
this is not worth it, though. That's their biggest.
This doesn't make sense. It's at 100.
We've done it. We've broken Dota Plus.
Yeah, that's not fair. Like, once it's at 100, it should stay at 100, right?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
We just open it up. It says, lol, just kidding next time. Gives us I
don't think you get to do take backsies on 100%. Come on.
Be kind, Kip. Someday these robot overlords are actually going to be ruling the planet, so...
You know, that's why I switched.
Just thank them for their opinion and move
That's why
on.
I switched from analyst to coach. It's because I knew that in a couple of years, all
Just
of the
casual
analysis
cheese
stuff-
on the ground? Hello?
Yeah.
All right, courier? No?
No.
What?
We're good.
Hello?
We don't need this cheese necessary
We don't need this
handicap.
cheese. It's not like, you know, okay, all right. OD is up on the cliff here. He's just going to TP out. He doesn't want it. Oh,
This is
Terrorblade is
such a weird
alone.
fight
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, Lich doesn't want to fight that.
Hello?
but- Yeah, he has Sunder, so
Get
that'd be
out.
safe.
Get out. Oh my gosh. You
So
dingus.
Sunder! No, too much lockdown.
All right, that was unnecessary. Why was he fighting there?
Yeah, that was actually well played by PlayMakers in that case. They were keeping their distance, you know, waiting for cooldowns, waiting for more reinforcements, and eventually waiting for the finish. They're going to take out Timbersaw now as well, most likely. Mystic Snake comes out. Buyback from Terrorblade does get enough gold for it. Timbersaw as well. Bit of a last stand
Get
chance
meta
here.
up though?
I don't think.
There's
Nope.
no meta.
Like, hello? I don't know. Breaky's pessimism's starting to rub off on me over here.
Positive, here we go. Comeback chance for Popsicles.
I am honestly surprised that they managed to hold out this long. And I'm not sure if that is to the credit. Okay, now I'm going to be negative about both. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a
Just
dead
when you
Beastmaster.
give them
That's
hope.
a dead Linaro, though, too. He does have buyback. There's a BKB
Here's the
popping out.
positive.
Stopplay's got to get his booty out of there because
They won the first game.
Yes.
he's got to get in there. Yeah. They find the kill over on Excel. They're most likely going to find this kill over here on the Terrorblade. They actually buy back on the OD, though, right now. Look at the reflection. That Medusa hitting herself.
you
It's
don't
not
have
super
reflection anymore.
great feeling.
All of his mana is gone. Like, the only time you can fight Medusa is when you've got a reflection hitting her, and he doesn't have one anymore.
Oh, the hammer, though, does a decent amount of damage. Definitely going to have to run himself back. He used that Sunder.
That was
Can
actually
they get him? Can they grab Daybreak
Alright, that
fast
was
enough?
clever,
No,
that was
they don't have.
clever.
Oh, they've
Oh,
got
there
the
he
Yules! They've got the Yules! Snake Lady! Snail Lady gonna get popped over there. She needs to get that. Needs to get out of there as soon as she can. Soulbind gonna get thrown out over here though as well. They don't have. Yeah,
Doesn't have
Ignis
Sunder
coming up. Oh, buys just a little enough time because Stuff's gonna be able to get out. Nice Will-O-Wisp. There's going to be the roar going through. Looks like they're going to lose supports most likely here. Yeah, Bardo taken down. Theolicor trying to force himself forward. Gives a little bit more mana over to Hiko, but... Where are my haters at?
I mean, they're staying in the game. That goes
Yeah.
back to this is a team makeup that they can consistently delay things, but as far as actually winning, they're playing to stay alive. They're not playing to win the game right now, unfortunately. And that, you know, you look at the net worth, it's now up to 23K. It was, I think it was like 17K at the beginning of that fight.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Like, this hater mostly wonders why they went back when they had ages on the Medusa.
Right.
That's
Oh,
just...
she got a BKB now. So she's not going to get
Just in
Will-O-Wisped.
Yeah, she has
She
had a couple
almost
times.
killed.
Well, it was clever.
The Terrorblade
They
there.
used
Yeah,
the
the
Sunder
Sunder
into
was-
the Eclipse.
That was a real outplay moment. I was actually very,
Yeah.
like, and not just the fact that that's like a smart play to do, but also the fact that they can come up with this in moments like this where most people are like, whatever, I don't care anymore.
Is that what teams sound
Please.
like?
Yes,
Tell
yes,
me
yes.
again.
It's either that
I don't know. I
or
don't get to
quiet.
sit in and listen to them.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna name names here, but I've played with a couple of people that told me, you know what, if you're gonna breathe like that, better just mute your mic.
It's all about that PMA.
Yeah, no, like, for real, people who sigh really loudly or slam their keyboards or something like that, just, you know, maybe not let your team hear that. Yeah.
All right. All right, there's the BKB. Snowball's getting thrown over here. Bardo going to be able to walk away, and they're just going to just wait here. Monkey King hanging out in the trees. They know that he's over there. Hiko doesn't have much mana, though. It's just getting taken away by this Deuce. So they're looking to cut down the trees. There's going to be the jump down, though. Ooh, follow up with the Boundless. There's going to be a nice save coming up from the OD. Terrorblade over on the side, though. They do get Soulbound. It's going to be able to walk out of that Monkey King ulti. Bardo might not be so lucky here. Trying to run out.
That's one thing that is lacking in this Dire line, I will say, is they don't have ways to lock people in place as a team to get in this Wukongs. Like we've seen that so many times now. The Wukongs come out, they stone gate, and they
this is
just walk
trouble.
away.
Uh-oh, J. Marie.
He's gonna die again.
J. Marie. I don't know. The team's backing him up pretty well. They dropped the hammer, though, and that's the last one.
dead.
Oh, but the
Yep,
Storm
he's
Hammer
dead.
coming through.
He's out for 90.
They've got the Yules up now over here onto the Monkey King. He's going to try to run himself out. Kutaro needs to get himself out in a hurry. There's just too much damage. And that's going to be a double kill, and they're not even done yet. They found themselves sword over here. That's going to go use the roar, but there's going to be the chase coming out here, followed up with another Storm Hammer. They're just running him down. There's no buyback on any of these heroes except for Lich right now.
As I expected, we're seeing a comeback. No,
Am I being
that's
trolled
ridiculous.
right
That's ridiculous. That's what, 6,500 gold swing right there?
Oh my
And
lord.
I gotta go back to we're seeing PlayMakers almost get desperate to try to finish this game. They just run in with the Wukongs, run in with the Stone Gaze. They're not really coordinating the best at it. And the Radiant team's reacting appropriately.
Honestly, I think that they didn't get desperate early enough. Like, you need to keep playing really tight.
Oh, they left the
if you're on a time. But then he's got the
Oh
cheese.
my gosh. Okay, now I'm not saying he deserved to lose, but that's a no-no right there. Yeah, we were pointing that out earlier.
Yeah.
But so they left it there to like age up all this time.
Can age up in your inventory. You don't need to leave it in the pit.
I don't know. Leave wine in barrels and stuff like that. Maybe it just ages better.
Grimstroke.
Yeah.
There's a certain kind of mold in the
How
roast.
hilarious is that for OD, by the way? Just like, I'll just check Roshan Justing. Oh, geez, okay. That's a free kill on Grimstoke, maybe? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, they really would have liked that to go to a core, but whatever.
Lenara doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Again, net worth still suggests this is a game that's in control for PlayMakers. They have 2 sets of racks to start. They have a freaking farmed Medusa.
They've got the blink on Sten finally.
They're against the tri-core lineup. Look at this is totally Dota Plus doing a take
94%.
backsies on.
It was literally 100% earlier. For those that just to know, like it actually said 100% about 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
And I've never seen that before. So this could be history.
Like,
And
History of the
Spain and
making.
South America too.
know,
Yeah.
if
Finally, some good, weird sort of news coming out of this region.
if they win this, I'm gonna get that prediction point, and I almost feel like rejecting it because there's no
Because they
way.
don't deserve
I'll take
this.
it. I'll take it.
Yeah, you know, well, oh,
Nice man to dodge. Jinx.
I almost said it too.
It's solid.
Kips gives it an 8 out of 10.
Nah.
Not quite as
I've
impressed.
done better.
Yeah, I've seen better dodges.
better, yes. Like that's not a Kuman dodge or like an RTC dodge.
All right, there's a roar, but this followed up. This is a dead sword, I think.
Yeah. They're just kind of getting in.
These pickups, what's happening? PlayMakers is starting to fall apart
I
here.
don't know what's happening, to be honest. Why are they not just grouped up right now? Like, they cannot be getting picked off like that. They need to be together. Their team fight is ridiculous. It's the better team fight than the Radiant team. They're going to lose heroes, at least have a buyback, which Beastmaster does not. So you're just even potentially giving more objectives now to Popsicles over here. And that's a 4-stab. I'm guessing a Hurricane Pie going to be coming out here for Terrorblade soon as well, which, again, another great answer to Wukongs for Medusa.
He still has so much more room to grow, too, on this hero. That's like the scary part right now.
Radiant are scanning.
What is Sven going on Axe by chance? Axe feels really good this game.
I don't know.
1,600 gold saved. I think he needs to look to go as Axe. Because if he buffs up both the Terrorblade and the OD this game, those are great cores. Terrorblade alone.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Whoa. What?
Fear me. That's what just
I
happened.
wonder who was more scared.
The cat that like sees its reflection, it just puffs up. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh god, I wasn't expecting you there.
I mean, his reflexes are on point. Just, you know, he had 2 panic buttons and he pressed both of them. That was a bit inefficient.
I'm sure it's fine. It's 50 something.
Like, at this
Cool,
point,
yeah.
I think anything is fine. He didn't die there. Cool.
Yeah, no, he's, again, not a long good, and it's not like God Strength on him.
Oh, the immediate drop of the Ignis. They could take down Schofield. That's a big deal. They can follow up with that Lich.
Oh, no. That's so much of the team fight.
Terrorblade's got Sunder still, so he could actually.
And that's
but
a
at the
BKB
shrine.
down on the Dusa, too.
And that,
Let's
too.
not forget.
Both supports, no buyback. Radiant definitely wants to push objectives. Roshan is
They've
a
got
little
the
bit longer
vision.
to spawn.
They've got the ward over there.
Beastmaster.
Drop the hammer. He's trying to juke himself around. He's got that Lotus Orb as well.
Oh.
Oh, damage coming out, though. That's a lot of damage from J. Murray. They need a little bit more. They'll be able to find it. There's no mana left over here on Hiko, and there's going to be the follow-up coming up this top lane. He's got to look away. He doesn't want to have that Stone Gaze, but there's just so much mayhem going on in these back lines. They find themselves the Monkey King. Monkey King's down for 94 seconds. He does not have
Terrorblade does that,
buyback.
too.
Are they going to be able to find this Dusa, too? I mean, she's a big tanky snail
They
lady,
don't have
but
the damage here now.
Yeah.
look
they
at
can
Hiko just standing there like, hey, what's up, girl?
No, Terrorblade dying right there to Medusa. Obviously was a big turn.
He doesn't
Slowly
have
waddling
mana.
away here.
It's, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
the
it's
better
TP. I think
choice.
that's the faster solution out.
I think that Terabay didn't get his Sunner off, or did he already Sunner in the previous fight? What was going on
He didn't
there?
get it.
Honestly,
He
I'm
didn't get
not sure, yeah.
Because
It's up. See?
That's a short cooldown. It's still, but yeah, I think you're right, though. Look, he's looking through now. Yeah, it doesn't look like any
Yeah.
Sunday.
What's the
came out.
Dota plus win percent now after all these fights?
I mean, okay, we're in the 80s. Okay, we made it.
Dusa is coming for this last Rex, though. This is going to cost buybacks.
Oh, yeah. At least get one of them. You need one of those heroes to be able to do with Medusa here. Yeah, OD's going to buy back.
Right.
He doesn't have Eclipse yet. So
They gotta be careful. The Grimstroke and the Lich are sitting up over on that high ground. If they
Chain
can get
Frost.
a double, it's gonna be really
Force
good.
down,
There's a
Chain
four.
Frost. Actually, it's only one?
They didn't get the silence off over onto the OD, so he's able to go and throw himself into the Astral, I think.
Yep.
He's in for trouble though now. Oh, Lennar! That's a double kill coming up for J. Marie.
Dieback OD, Timbersaw's in. You have the buyback on Terrorblade here as well. No meta though.
They need more damage to go over here onto J. Marie. They've actually got that.
Holding his ground. Stone Gaze at the last second. Has
Oh,
to
the
sucker
Thunder!
something.
The
Gets off with the
Thunder!
Grimstroke. The BKB is up, helping it for the time being, but he's starting to drop
Oh,
now.
no.
Stone Gaze props. On top of that, going to be Hex up as well. Terribly, no more Sunder this time. He's staying dead, and that could be the beginning of the end for Playmakers. Timbersaw will go down as well, and it looks scary there, but Playmakers should be able to pull through now.
And that's just greed in the end there. They don't want to buy back both of the heroes, so they go one by one and they die one by one. Man, oh man, oh man.
That's full on Megas now. It's gonna be a bit difficult. They're looking for this finish here. Double damage Monkey King. Oh, the Yules comes out. Buys Eco a little bit more time, but they're just going right for the end, guys.
What did Medusa get at 25, by the way? I assume they attack modifiers. Oh,
Nope.
we did go the 1,000
The
mana.
mana.
Okay.
Just to stay alive. Oh, the double sheepening. They gotta get in. There's the Chain Frost. They need
There's
to separate. They
double.
can't do it fast enough. That's gonna be game.
That's a Wukong's command that's going to do work.
Yeah, there's a game call.
Sven's like, chase me.
Chase me, maybe?
Chase me, man. Yeah. There we go. GG's called. We're going game 3.
All right.
That was 100% to in the 80s somehow, but Playmakers does eventually come through.
I think that after a couple of those team fights where they didn't have to go into the Grimstroke Lich, they sort of forgot about it. They just got either the Lich or the Grimstroke a couple of times at the start, and you know, then it's sort of like, oh, we can take these fights now. Maybe we don't need all of our heroes anymore. But instead, they still know the combination, and they're going to be waiting up on that high ground, ready to drop it because it's been 10 minutes, and they really wanted to.
I still just don't understand how you give them Grimstroke and Lich. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's even after all the nerfs, that combo itself, it has to be up there on the tier list of the Soulbind synergy specifically.
Yeah.
Again, you have the Frost Shield as well as the Inkswell as well.
It's just
those two
wonderful
heroes in
best.
combo, and it wasn't at the China Major, those were the top 2 most picked heroes, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I think it was Lich was the top and then Grimstroke right under.
Synergy's just too good with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can't let that happen.
All right, so this is my first prediction. I think I've lost.
Yeah, I mean,
Aha. What do I have? 2 now?
You got 2.
So we're all tied. Look at that. Because, wait, you... Oh, wait.
what?
Who did you predict?
Wait,
Yo,
no.
did
she
you
was-
both predict the other team?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I should be stuck on
Oh,
one.
so I have 2. Okay, so I'm the only one that won that.
So now I have
Nice.
skill breaky, so
Yeah.
I can keep my
Sweet.
do my thing. But all right, I think this is our first game 3 that we've done
Yeah.
so far. So
First.
first, I know we're
It's like
still
our first whole series, yeah.
yeah. You know what is it? 144 hours total of the entire broadcast.
We're going all the way
plenty of
through.
Dota.
We got this.
We got plenty of Dota. So we're gonna take a short break, guys, and we will be back.